So, you gonna be okay after that ass kicking? Yeah, that was a really rough one to watch. Well, I mean, after that performance, I wasn't surprised to notice there was a little bit of a lack of a review. A little peculiar, huh?
Dude, it's not that deep. I cover every single team I possibly can. All 32. Give me a break.
Know what it sounds like to me? You're just a bandwagoning piece of shit.
Whoa. Calm down there, Chief. I don't want to be losing my monetization because you decide to have a temper tantrum.
Whatever, man. You. Low Quality Bruins Fan makes way better content than this trash.
Well, that guy's kind of a jerk. But to be fair, he kind of has a point. Low Quality Bruins Fan is so much better than me. Shout out to Low Quality Bruins Fan. If you haven't followed him already, makes fantastic content. Let's talk about the Bruins. So they lose to Winnipeg, and I fell asleep after the second period. I was kind of battling a fever that day. That's why the upload was a little bit slow on that end. But the Bruins are slumping right now. They're not performing to the level they should be. Now, I've seen a little bit of division within the Bruins fan base. Some people think they're completely fine, don't think they should touch a thing. There's some fans, which I'm kind of in somewhat of the camp of, that they need to switch it up, make a trade or do something to shake up the locker room. They just seem flat, and they're not playing to the caliber they should be. Now, we all want to crucify Hampus Lindholm. It's been a rough season for him in stretches, but there's been some good games as well. The Bruins have the pieces on the back end and in goal to be a competitor. But there is some valid concerns regarding the upfront scoring, the secondary scoring of the Bruins. Matthew Patra, he goes to World Juniors, and hopefully that gets him right, because in his last 5 to 10 games, he was starting to regress a bit, which is, as I stated early in the season, is to be expected. He's a rookie. That's a lot of pressure to put on a rookie. There's going to be highs and there's going to be lows. We didn't draft him first overall. We drafted him in the second round, and things, they're looking up. But to be fair, it's a lot to expect a 19-year-old kid to come in and fill a top 6 role at the NHL level, but the potential is there. So what are the fixes that the Bruins can do? A lot of people say, we should trade Olmark and we should trade other pieces to get a forward back. But I think that would take away from the strength of the Bruins. Unless you're getting a pure number one center or an all-star type forward up front to really give you true scoring punch, it makes no sense to trade Olmark for like a middle six guy. It would have to be kind of franchise type quality player, which for a goaltender you rarely get in trades. There are the outlier cases where a team will give up a bunch to get a number one, and if that situation presented itself to the Bruins, I wouldn't even necessarily shut the door. Like if the Bruins, and this is just hypotheticals, just off the top of the head, it's not going to happen. Let's say Draisaitl was on the table for Olmark and another piece. Yes, I would do that trade, because then you're getting yourself somebody like a number one center and giving yourself some more scoring punch, but that's just not going to happen. The Bruins will make some minor moves, I think, before the trade deadline, but I don't think anything game-changing. They're going to stick with both their goaltenders. Both their goaltenders have very good chemistry, and they're the best tandem in the NHL, arguably, right now. What I do think should happen, though, is you have Merkulov for the Providence Bruins, third in scoring in the AHL currently. He's done fantastic. Why not give him a chance? Call him up from the AHL, put him on the wing. I know Bruins want to keep him center, but put him on the wing, less responsibility, and see exactly what he can give you. He's got some good offensive scoring to his game. Might as well see what you got, because unless you go out there and trade, why not just check the in-house options? At least in my personal opinion. Giving Merkulov a chance, why not? He's blossomed in Providence. He's done really well. Lysell, I know some people want to give him a chance, but with what the Providence Bruins head coach said about him, not really buying in and kind of making some poor decisions and trying to do hero puck, I understand Lysell's probably not going to see any NHL action this season, and Merkulov would be the best in-house option. Am I saying he's going to come into the NHL and be on pace for a 20-goal season his first year? Probably not, but he is regarded highly within the system. might as well give it a shot. I mean, that's what other teams do. So outside of him, I mean, what other trades can you do? I mean, there's Lindholm from Calgary, but are you going to trade Olmark to Calgary when they have Wolf in the pipeline, they have Vladar, and they have the contract of Markstrom to deal with? There's just a lot of moving parts. A lot of Bruins fans want to make this big, big splash, but that rarely happens. That very, very rarely happens. Am I completely saying it's never going to happen? No, because there's always that outside chance. But Sweeney, last year he did a lot of spending. He made a lot of acquisitions at the deadline to help secure the Bruins for a Stanley Cup run. They ended up losing in the first round. I think going into the season, most Bruins fans and management itself understood this is most likely not going to be a Stanley Cup contender. And you're pleasantly surprised with what you're seeing now. They're one of the best teams in the NHL due to the defense and goaltending and the timely scoring they get. Now, again, if the manager wants to buy in, they're going to have to see the in-house options. That's why I see, give Merkulov a shot. Or you're going to have to go out there and acquire somebody, but you're going to have to trade pieces as well. Are you willing to give up on Lysell and another prospect to get yourself a top 6 guy? Because you can't have it both ways. I know some Bruins fans, and they mean well, they want to keep all our prospects but then trade for a top-tier player. It just doesn't work that way. Now, I'm completely fine trading away some prospects for a proven NHL player that's a top-line center. But outside of that, I just don't know if it really moves the needle much for the Bruins. They have enough middle 6 guys. They don't need to add another, at least in my personal opinion. But I just, after watching that Winnipeg game, it's rough. And the Bruins definitely have some holes and question marks in the lineup. But I think we also need to relax a bit as well. Teams are going to go through highs and lows during the season. And I think eventually they will right the ship. Now, will they be number 1 in the NHL type record? Maybe, maybe not. But I think the Bruins are still a playoff caliber hockey team. But I'd like to know your thoughts down below in the comment section. What do you think the Bruins should do? Do you think they should stay pat? Do you think they should make an acquisition? Do you think they should call somebody up within the system like Merkulov? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. I am Captain Paul, and I'll see you in the next one. Low Quality Bruins Fan makes so much better content than I do. Fuck that guy. Oh, fuck. If I put that in the video, people are going to think I actually hate the guy. He's a fucking great content creator.